And just one more question. I note that Department of Defence has a diversity inclusion policy that includes a number of different identities. Does it also have an inclusion policy for veterans as they move from operational to non-operational roles?
Senator, while the relevant official comes up to the table, could you just explain a little bit more, moving from operational to non-operational?
Well, as they retire from, say, being on the front line, right. So say, administrative roles as they get older.
But they're still in the Defence Force? Is that what you mean?
Well, do you provide opportunities to move them from, those front-end roles? Obviously, when you're younger, you're more physical, and then rather than just retiring, do you offer, the opportunity for them to join or get involved in, administrative roles?
In the general sense, yes, Senator, in terms of the career pathway of development of our people can extend from the time that they join the Australian Defence Force through to the standard retirement age is typically 60, in the reserve is 65. There are some on occasion waiver opportunities in particular circumstance, but we would see through a lifetime career active operational service, training for operations in regiments and battalions, squadrons and aboard ship, headquarter roles, training roles, representational roles,
yep.
through a career life.
So what percentage of soldiers, as they move throughout their career, what's your churn rate around mid-age as they move from, say, more front-end operational roles to non-operational roles, as you just described?
Senator, if you are appointed to a ship's company operational role, to an Air Force squadron or wing, to an Army regiment. Now, you might be using the Army ranks, you might be a private, junior soldier, you may be the Lieutenant Colonel, battalion commander, you may be the Air Commodore, you may be the Commander of Flotillas, a Commodore, a Commander, a Naval Captain, you may be a Petty Officer and so forth. So there's a whole variety of times through your career pathway where you could be described as assigned to units, preparing or readying or training for the potential commitment to operations. And indeed, when our aircraft and our ships leave Australia, they are on a form of operation, and a very serious form of operation. So it's not very easy to disaggregate the force in the way that you are describing. There are some people who...
It's clear, so I'll just... Yeah. Sorry to interrupt you, but there are clear... I mean, if someone's working at a desk,
yeah,
as opposed to someone that's on the tools or,
yes,
flying planes or, yeah, on a Navy ship.
Yes.
That's where I'm getting at.
Yes, but because we rotate them 2 or 3 years at the desk, maybe back to the regiment or the squadron, now a couple of years overseas in a representational appointment, back somewhere in a training development area, back to a regiment or a squadron or to a ship's company.
Okay, so how many 50-year-olds, for example, have you got on the tools, on those front-end roles?
Okay.
People in their 50s. I'd imagine that's something that would be, as you get to that age, you can move away.
50-year-olds, let me see. Most of our 2-stars, if I...
You can take it on notice.
Well, I'm just mindful of time, but are there maybe any particulars that maybe the committee can assist where we can try and get this information to the Senator offline? I'm just
Absolutely.
Mindful of the time.
We just need to, I think, narrow a bit the question here. So General Fox is going to take the question. You're looking at age profile for employment, yep, at the sort of, let's say, 45 to 50, 50 to 55 bracket?
Yep. Yeah, because I've met a lot of veterans who come out around the late 30s, early 40s, and they say, you know, like some struggle with leaving the military, and I guess I'm just trying to consider ways in which to, you know, keep them engaged with the military, saying less strenuous front end roles. Yeah, okay, I'll leave it
We'll
at that.
take on notice.
Authorised G. Rennick, LNP Chermside.